What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. So I didn't think I'd be making a video this soon. It's Tuesday, January the 10th, 2023. Hope you all had a pleasant Christmas and New Year's. And I am surprised I'm making a video. We got very cold. We had a very nasty deep freeze, and then temperatures very quickly climbed back up again. And now we're having unusually warm temperatures for January. It honestly feels like an October or if not November day. Winter came early in November. It got very cold, but I was able to shoot a video. Then I had to move everything inside because it got very cold very quick, and December was a very cold month as well. However, it's January and it's warmed up. The low last night was 32. It's 37 right now, and we've hit 50 a few times this week, and we're gonna probably be in the mid 50s later this week. It's just gonna get warmer. However, it will get cold again, but not too cold. It will only get down to about anywhere between 28 and 30 in the next week and a half to 2 weeks. So a few of these plants can actually stay out through that. And as you can see, there's a new plant in the collection. I'll get to that in a minute. Let's start over here. Here's the Black Mission Fig. This thing's starting to come back to life. I'm not ready for it to come back to life yet. As you can see, there's a bit of green on it, and the buds are green. So we got some new growth on it, but it hasn't pushed any leaves out yet. I want to trim this guy down, cut off all these suckers, and trim this guy down like really low, and cut a lot of these branches off so it could promote new growth and fruiting this year. I've been doing a lot of research on fig trees and trying to figure out ways I could have them fruit for me sooner and more abundantly and quicker, more abundantly, and just have more vigor in their growth. And I've been doing a lot of research on it, so it's hard to see because of the dirt and the leaves back there, but there's a lot of new growth on it, which I'm hoping it's gonna get down below freezing again. So I think I'll just let this thing go back into a dormancy. Even though it got to 32 this morning, it still got growth on it. So hopefully I'll be able to trim this guy down, cut off all the suckers and little mini branches coming out of it, and promote some fruiting this year. Next, we got the Camerops humilis from San Diego. This thing is very green. Also, with all these plants, I'm very sure that they like the wet weather. So very cold, very rainy, 37 degrees. So hopefully they like the wet weather. I think all these palms do. It's not like I have a washi out here or anything, or Washingtonia, but anyway, it looks good. Its sucker looks good. It's a very green and healthy plant. Next, we got the Red Delicious apple. Repotted it. Still got some leaves left on it. It needs to lose, and hopefully we could get some new growth out of it next year. Some fruiting, since it has more root room now. But we'll see what happens. Next is the elderberry. Still got some dead leaves on it. It needs to lose. It lost most of them, but it needs to lose some more. Hopefully it'll come back strong in the spring. This thing still feels alive, but in dormancy. And this guy right here, this Red Delicious I've had for years, it got down to 7 degrees. There was actually no wind till the next day. It climbed up to about 20, and we got very gusty winds. So a wind chill of probably like 15. This guy's seen so much worse. So I'm not worried in the least bit about it. I think it'll be fine. And everything else did well just in the garage with some leaves at the base. So I'm not really worried about these plants too much. Next, we got the needle palm. Really nothing new about it, but it's still green, it's still healthy. Loving the rain. And then now we get the Pindo. This guy's doing really well, really good as well. It's doing well this winter, no damage, and it looks very nice, silvery, bluish green on this guy. The bluish green really comes out in the rain. It's really beautiful. I'm gonna skip this guy and we're gonna come back to it. But now the sago. These new leaves have kind of lightened up a bit. They're kind of almost dying, so I'm a little worried about that. But the lower leaves are relatively okay, but they're still kind of browning and starting to dry up, so a little worried about it, but it should be okay, hopefully. I've had this guy for a really long time, so hopefully I don't lose it. The windmill. Now this guy is flawless. Absolutely flawless. This damage is from last year. I don't know what it was from, but it got damaged last year. Yeah, but this guy, what do I say about it? It has been growing, but in the slightest bit. It's opened up, as far as I could tell, from November to now, it's just kind of started to open up this frond and push out a little bit. The spear is still firm on this. This guy is so healthy. It looks beautiful. It's very dark green and lush. Hasn't lost a leaf yet, and it's massive. And I can't wait for next year, because I think it's going to get some good growth on it next year, since it has a full crown now. And now for the new palm. Many of you probably guessed what it was already. It's a Sable Minor. Now I bought this, I shipped it from Cincinnati. I think it was Cincinnati. It was somewhere in Ohio. So I think like a Zone 6B section of Ohio. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. I got it for a killer deal too. You can never find these on the West Coast. Or I mean, they're hard to find on the West Coast, but I had to ship mine. Not as big as the ones in the garden that I made the video about before at the nursery, but this thing is beautiful. And again, native to the southeast US, so it shouldn't have a problem with the rain or the cold. So I'm not worried about this guy one bit. I'm fine leaving that here in this small pot. I will repot it in the spring, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy I finally got one of these. I've been looking for one of these for so long, and I'm so happy I finally got one. So I can't wait to see how it grows next year. I think it's going to love the rain, the wet spring, and the dry heat in the summer. The needle sure does love it, and the windmill sure does love it. But yeah, that's an update on everything. Most everything's doing pretty good. Sago I'm a little worried about, but everything else is good. The banana is still currently alive, not doing too great, but it's still alive, the massive banana tree. And it's in the garage. I'm not going to bring it out, because it's really hard to carry out. It touches the ceiling. So hopefully it survives till next spring. If it does, I want to put it in the ground, kind of where these guys are right now. Put it in the ground and let it grow, see what happens. But temperatures have been very warm. We got very cold, and now we've warmed up again. So I'm just happy I was able to move these guys out, give them some natural water, and they look absolutely gorgeous. And it honestly doesn't feel like winter. It feels like a cold fall day. It feels like a November day. But yeah, gorgeous palms. Most everything's doing all right. The fig is coming out of dormancy, so I'm trying to put it back in so I could trim this guy up. Probably leave a few of the main stems, probably. I don't know how much I want to leave on, but I need to do more research about figs. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Sorry for the time off. I just had nothing to make a video on except, you know, these dead guys, or these, they're not dead, but these plants in dormancy. So, I mean, that'd be kind of a short and boring video, just saying, oh yeah, these guys are in dormancy. Thanks for watching, you know. So I decided just to not make any videos, and then since everything's out here, I can make an update on these guys, on all the palms and the more tropical plants, and then these guys too. So I'm just glad I was able to make a video on everything instead of just having to make a video on these two, because if that were the case, I just wouldn't make one till spring. So no promises about a February update, because I feel like we're having a very early fall spring. If that's even what you want to call it. But it's going to get cold again, so some of these guys are going to go inside. I'll probably let the Pindo and the Mediterranean, along with the Sago, I'll probably let them see 30. Oh, and along with the Sago, I'll probably let all these guys see 30 degrees Fahrenheit this year. Needle and the windmill, along with the fig. I'll probably let them see as low as 27 or 26. They got leaves on the base and they're very full, and they've taken snow, or at least these two have taken snow in cold weather before, and they took it in November when it snowed outside. So they'll be able to take it again. This guy, I'm just trying to get back into dormancy because I really don't want it to come back to life right now. Maybe get some fig cuttings out of here, but I'm new to this fig tree thing, so I gotta do a lot more research on it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all hopefully soon. Thanks for watching.